Hello guys, Alex Fedotoff here. Today we have Yamil with us. Thank you for joining me. He's doing good numbers with Pinterest, doing general store on Pinterest, which is very, very interesting for me. And I think for everyone who's, might be like tired with Facebook. And the other thing you do is you do cash on delivery, right?
Yeah, I do cash on delivery. Yeah.
Cool. And so Yamil is our client in e-commerce scaling secrets program, sharing a lot of great insights with guys. So yeah, I want to get him in and just figure out like what works right now on Pinterest, what works with like cash on delivery markets, some of these strategies and insights that he's using. So yeah, man, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, no, thank you for taking me in.
Cool, man. So Pinterest, right? Like, so when you started with Pinterest ads?
I started with Pinterest ads on October last year, actually, like with doing a bunch of like trial and error, Yeah, I mean, I get to low numbers. I mean, I was making between 500 to 600 a day on Pinterest, but I mean, it was very inconsistent. I had days doing 600 and days doing 200. So some days I will make like maybe $100, and some days I will lose $100. So I mean, that's like how it all started.
It's interesting. When did you start actually getting like traction, and like when did you start like figuring it out?
I started figuring it out on this year, on January this year, like when I started testing more products. On one of my stores, I had like 2 products, and I was like, okay, I'm doing this for a while. I'm testing that. So I started to launch. I launched 10 products on week 1, and then 5 products more the next week, and then I just like leave it like run, so you to optimize for 7 or 10 days. I figure out like you could already see the data. Some products were performing, some products weren't. So you just like stop the things that are not performing and keep the things that are performing. And that was it. Like I finished testing everything by the end of February, and I started testing more products on March. And my revenue was this store made like 3,000 in February, 10,000 in March. Then April we made 45 to 50,000, and then in May we were at 80,000 already. So that's like how the growth went. It's actually a lot slower than Facebook, but you don't have the bans, you don't have like to deal with all the things.
That's awesome. So during that like process of kind of like scaling on Pinterest, what do you think got you the biggest traction, the biggest like growth?
The biggest traction, I got it from, just from testing a bunch of products. Like my growth was very, very slow until I started testing a bunch of products like all at the same time, and a lot of different products from different niches. Everything I see that could be sold, I started testing everything. That is the thing that made the difference between going from 10K a month to 80K a month,
So basically just like increasing the ratio of like products that you've been testing, that helped you the most?
Yeah, that's pretty much everything, with Pinterest, because like the rest of things, I've tried different using different creatives, different sizes of videos, different ad copies, different targeting settings. And for me, it was more a thing about like just testing more products, and when I find a product that works, I start testing with this product that works, new creatives.
That's awesome. So after, let's say, so how much do you typically spend per like product to test the product?
Usually I spend 100 a day per product.
So you said you spend $100 per day to test the product. Is that like $100 and you decide the product is a winner or no, and you move on to the next product or no?
What I've been doing, it's like, let's say you publish 5 products on one single day, every product with 100 a day. And you let it run. On Pinterest, you need to be very patient. you know, like it's not on Facebook that you can make decisions on day 3 and start scaling or kill the product, you know. Pinterest, you need to wait at least, I would say, 7 days, you know. That's what worked for me, you know, at least 7 days. If after 7 days your product is not profitable, then you can decide to kill it. You need to also have a little bit of intuition here, you know. Sometimes you can make some tweaks to the product depending on how bad it is, make it work. But if the ROAS is too bad, then just kill it, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. You have to be very, very patient, you know, and to be honest, you need more budget than on Facebook to make this work, you know.
So you would say, okay, so you would say like you need more budget on Pinterest. I mean, we spend on Pinterest like maybe $1,000, $2,000 a day, like not a lot, just mostly for like retargeting, but we've done very well like in 2020. And then since then, you know, we just switched back to the face. I didn't even know like that it's still kind of like a good model to like utilize Pinterest, you know, with general stores and those type of things. All right. So in terms of the products that you test, how do you typically like research them?
Usually I try to look for other stores that are already selling on Pinterest. You can tell it because you can, I mean, when you search like different keywords on Pinterest, let's say you search for something like, I don't know, beauty, you start scrolling down and you'll start seeing promoted ads. I would look at these promoted ads and see which stores have a lot of traction. I mean, you can go click on the store and see if they have what, like 10 million plus monthly viewers. Usually I only make decisions for products to test when I'm seeing big stores like advertising them. And that's how I make a list of a bunch of products and I start like digging them a little bit deeper, you know, on terms of if I think it will work or not, and seeing reviews of what people say and everything, you know. So then I'll just test them.
So you would like the total spend for you to test the product would be like how much? $100 or more?
To finish testing the product, I will wait with $100 a day. I will usually wait 7 days. It most likely spends around $350 per product. Around that. Yeah, I usually try to keep them the longest possible. You know, I don't like to switch them off too quickly, at least on Pinterest. On Facebook, I would. I mean, yeah, around 350. Sometimes I will keep it running a bit longer, you know, but it's not necessary to wait that long. You know, I just sometimes like to keep it a little bit longer.
Cool. So what do you think, like, so those people that you modeling like 10 million views they have on their Pinterest page, do you see them, for example, testing a lot more products than you? Like, how many products do you think they're testing per day?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen those like when you go and see these Pinterest stores on Pinterest, you will see that they have a bunch of pins with products like from lots of different niches. You'll see like they are in the car niches, in the beauty niches, in the gardening, a bunch of different niches, you know, and they will test for everything. Once you start following these stores, you're gonna start seeing all their ads, and you'll see that they have ads for every niche, you know.
Is that all like functioning on the same like Pinterest tag, like Pinterest pixel, or you have like different ones for different niches?
No, one tag, one ad account, one everything, everything, just yeah, one of all to test all the products.
Nice. So where do you see this going? Like, could you test like you want to like increase like how many products do you test, or you want to do like more like, let's say, the product that's already been doing well and you want to just brand it? How do you want to do it moving forward?
What I'm doing right now, I mean, to be honest with you, the first products I tested, I didn't see any like much potential on them to brand them. I just found one that it's working good for me, and it's something that I kind of like want to brand. The first thing I'm doing right now, I'm testing this product on Facebook. So my ads on Facebook are gonna start running tomorrow, and I'll see how it goes on Facebook. From then on, when I have it running good on Pinterest and on Facebook, I will make a new store branding, you know, and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to brand it unless I'm pretty sure it works on Facebook also.
So how is Facebook? So the reason you got on Pinterest was because of the Facebook issues?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like after having my accounts banned, my personal profile like restricted and everything, like before knowing that there were like options around that, you know, like I didn't know I had options, you know, when I had everything restricted. So I just started doing Pinterest as an alternative way. Then I found out about all these ways around with Facebook within your program. But yeah, I mean, I started testing Pinterest like because of all the issues having with Facebook. It's a can be a pain in the ass sometimes.
That's
And I
awesome.
even find it like better because one thing that I'm doing right now is like I test all my products on Pinterest since I know I'm not gonna get like banned for everything. And once you test everything in Pinterest, you'll see like if the products you're testing are products that will give you trouble or not. You'll see like people emailing you about a product that isn't like performing so good in terms of quality, and you'll see emails of people telling you, hey, I use this program, I love it. So now you can take these products that people love and take them to Facebook without worrying about like feedback scores due to quality. I mean, that's like kind of what I'm doing right now. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, if I'm testing right now on Facebook, I know this product won't give me any quality issue. So yeah, that's
Wow, that's awesome. So in terms of the kind of like structuring this like whole process, do you have like a team? Do you have someone who's helping you, or you do everything by yourself?
I'm starting to gather a team. I mean, I have my VA right now with doing all the
Did
customer
you
service
did you
right
connect with
now. Like,
did you did you connect with Santiago? Like he's from Argentina.
no, haven't connected with him.
Oh man, like let me introduce you guys. Yeah, because he has I think last time he shared he has a good team like locally, like good
Hmm.
people, and also like very like inexpensively he hires them. So yeah, I think you guys can share a lot of stuff with each other. How was like so since you so April you got 70, May you got like 80. So what happened, for example, did you have like any holds, any reserves like with payment processors since you're not like living in United States?
No, I already like been through all that process. Like I mean, I imagine you've already gone through all of that. Like I have a partner. I mean, the easiest way I found is to have a partner in US with the Social Security.
Ah,
It
okay.
was a relative familiar. So I told him, hey, I'm gonna give you 5% in exchange of your social. And when you have a social security, like life is way more easy, right?
Yeah, for sure. So that was basically your solution for this issue, right?
Yeah, for US, actually, yeah. In Peru, you don't need that. So
That's awesome. Oh, so you okay? So you're from Peru. I thought you're from Chile. Is it Chile? Is another country, right?
Chile,
Yeah.
Chile. No, I'm from Peru. From Peru.
Oh, okay. That's awesome, man. I know actually pretty good. Like, no, they're from Uruguay. Shapermint guys. I mean, they're doing like very big volume. Those are like guys that are like affiliate marketers, but they're on like Shapermint now, like very big brands. But they're from Uruguay. Cool. So in terms of the like structure for the business, like so you test these products on a daily basis. Then how many creatives do you typically test for each product? Hey guys, people have been asking me how we scale to multiple six figures or even seven figures per month without getting shut down on Facebook. And we have a very sophisticated solution for this that I want to share with you, but it's just like too valuable to give away for free. So if you guys want this solution, just book a call with one of my team members and we'll show you exactly what it is and how it works, and we'll see if that's a good fit for you and for your business. So just book a call with my team member. We'll share it with you so you can scale your business to multiple six figures or even seven figures per month without getting shut down on Facebook, without having inconsistency, and with high profitability. So just book a call with my team and I'll see you there.
Depends. I test between 1 and 4 creatives. After that, I keep adding more, like if needed. Some products I starting with only one creative, but I usually prefer to do from 2 to 4 creatives. I mean, the more the better. I try to not start with more than 4 creatives. I found it like I don't know, like if Pinterest gets confused, I don't really know. But when I test with more than 4, like 5, 6, 7 creatives, like my performance isn't that good. I don't know if it's just coincidence or not, but I always start now with 2 to 4 creatives, and then I keep adding more if needed.
That's awesome. So so you editing that content by yourself or you someone helping you?
I have someone helping me, but just for I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I started training this person to help me with the creatives, because it's a lot of work. Like, so yeah, I mean, I just started building a team like let's say 3 weeks ago, something around that. So yeah, don't have like a well-established team so far yet, but I'm working on it.
That's awesome. And so your other business, which is the cash and delivery business. So which business
Mhm.
takes more of your attention and energy? This one with like US market or the one with cash and delivery locally?
To be honest with you, the one in US, I give more attention to this one because it gives me the most revenue and profits. Because like I've scaled it for longer, and it's doing great, good right now. What I did in Peru, because I started the thing here in Peru after like starting to get good numbers on Pinterest. So what I did here is I found a partner here. I told him to go like 50-50 and that he will manage all the logistics for me. I mean, I will only take care of running ads and that's it. And he will take care of everything, all the logistics, like the cash on delivery, everything. And every 2 weeks, we will like have a meeting, see how the numbers are, and I mean, split the profits. I
Oh,
mean, yeah, I mean, if I wanted to do it alone here in Peru, I wouldn't be able to. I mean, I don't have like that much time, like it takes a lot of time to build the logistics here.
is that could that be scaled? Like how big is that market? Like how big is the potential of that market?
The good thing on this market is that, how can I tell you, like I've tested 6 products so far, and from these 6 products, 5 were winners. It's like, I don't know, I'm just testing whatever is working for me in US, or not even I've tested things that are not working for me in US, but I test them here, and the sales are like super high, like it's
And
crazy, like testing six
you
products
said
and
your
5 winners.
return
Mhm.
on ad spend is like 5 or 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6 ROAS. Yes, I mean, yesterday, for example, I spent 1,000 in my currency. That would be like $300, and I made in return like 5,600. With 1,000, I made 506,000. So yeah, that will be like 5,000 will be like 1.2k, approximately, no, 1.5k approximately in US dollars, something around that. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. Now there's a thing here that there is always, when you sell on with cash on delivery, some orders will never be like delivered. People will not answer or things like that. I mean, that should be inside your costs. So yeah, I mean, that's a thing to keep in mind.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to scale, like I met a guy actually from Tunis also, who is inside the program too, like
What's
Fathil is his name. I think talking
yeah,
with
yeah,
him,
yeah.
like we were, yeah, like we've been scaling like kind of together, like he in Tunis and me here. Like I shared with him my winners, he shared with me his winners. So
That's
I mean,
awesome.
that made it a little bit more easy. So
That's awesome.
so yeah, I mean, we both have general stores in our countries, because with one product, like, I mean, the market cap is really, like, the amount of people is a lot less than in US. So we just have general stores with a bunch of products under one ad account, and yeah, I mean, like, we test a bunch of stuff there. I mean, if I haven't scaled further, it's because my logistics can't handle more volume right now. So we're working on fixing the logistics to then scale more until we break the logistics, and then we fix it and scale more. And that's what we've been doing the last 3 months.
Wow, that's awesome. And so what are the profit margins for you currently with that like cash on delivery model?
After all expenses, it's around 24%, 24 to 25%. I mean, we can make it bigger, like reducing our costs. But I mean, sometimes when you scale too far a logistics business, yeah, you end up hiring people that maybe you shouldn't be hiring so many people. So it's we are fixing this thing right now, like, I mean, making our process a lot more efficient, so we don't need that many people, and we can increase our profits. So I mean, it's all about logistics actually here. Like, and well, actually keep good track in your Facebook ads. You don't want to lose money there.
How has been is tracking has been affected for you as well, like in your like local market?
No, actually, I haven't experienced any issues. I mean, maybe it's because our funnel is different. We don't go through the add to cart and then check out and payment thing and everything. We just have a pop-up where people will like put all their information, one click, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, it's working. I mean, if I have like 100 orders a day, I will see on Facebook maybe 95, 96. So it's not like something that one, I mean, it's not a big deal.
Awesome. So do you see like other people kind of like advertising on Pinterest? Do you see like any lessons that you think could be taken from how they advertise and how they could advertise better?
Telling some lessons on what you do with
Yeah,
Pinterest.
yeah. Like
Mhm.
so when you see other people ads on Pinterest, right? Like, what do you think? What do you think are the main lessons, kind of like about the advertising, or what could be done like better?
Okay, so when I see other people advertising on Pinterest, I mean, the first thing, the most important one I would say is having patience. Like other people wanna get results very fast on Pinterest, thinking that it is like Facebook, and they will give up on day 4 or 5, and you have to wait longer. Sometimes I had products that started performing on day 10. After spending $800, it starts performing. So that's one of the main things to keep in
So,
mind.
so sometimes you would start testing products, and they wouldn't like, it would take like so much time for them to start like performing.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Or it will like actually when it's you cannot like know if it's gonna work around the way because you have like days with spikes of good sales and days that are gonna be bad. When it's a bad product, it's like bad every day. But a winning product usually has spikes. It gets stable at around day 7 or day 10. So you gotta be patient and keep feeding it with money. It
Wow.
takes a lot more money and time to optimize on Facebook, but it's more stable.
So let's say once you make your best performing products, how much in revenue they have generated?
To be honest with you, I haven't started scaling them, like scaling budgets of each like product. I just make my volume with a bunch of products. So yeah, I mean like the most I spend on a single day on one product is around $300, and my ROAS will be around 3x, 3.2x, something like that.
So 300 dollars per product, that the max that you have spent on any single product?
On one single product, yeah. Yeah, it's very low actually, yeah, but
Like $300 like total, like that's it, like that's the total like spend?
yeah. Haven't scaled it further. I mean, not that I couldn't, not that I have like
So how many, like you've tested what, like hundreds of products already?
so far most likely I've tested around 25, 30 products, and I'm running right now 10 products. I'm still running some products that doesn't perform, but what I do when it doesn't perform, but it's like kind of like performing or not, I will lower the budget to $25 a day, and I will just leave it there. Sometimes at $25 a day, the product performs, and well, I prefer to have it at $25 performing than not having it. So
Mhm.
right now I have like 4 products that are winners. All of them are around between like $250 to $300 in ad spend a day. That's pretty much it. I haven't scaled them because what I found, well, not what I found, but kind of like some of these products gets their ads rejected like kind of like constantly.
Mhm.
So I've noticed that the more I scale the product, the more chances for it to be rejected, like for the ad to be rejected is.
Want to connect, mastermind, and network with 6, 7, 8 figure entrepreneurs? Join our free community on Facebook, which is called Brand Hypergrowth. It's for only entrepreneurs who are already doing at least $30,000 or more in sales per month and want to go to 7, 8 figures. So you can connect, you can network, you can mastermind, you can exchange insights and value with these guys and take your business to the next level. So there should be a link in the description. Make sure you join today.
So it's kind of like if I haven't scaled them further, it's more likely because like I can maybe kind of like scared of it to be rejected, to have the ads rejected. So
I
yeah,
see.
it's more about that
So
than not being able to
do
scale
you
it actually.
sell like a lot in like health and beauty space, or what's the reason they could be rejected?
Yeah, those are house and beauty. Yeah, so
Uh-huh, I see.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
they get like
we've done well there, like in health and beauty last year. I mean, in total, we've generated like, I mean, a few $1 million, like with Pinterest. But then, like, it started to get rejected too often, and then it would simply like be, whenever you launch the ads, they get rejected right away. Do you see a lot of that on your side as well?
yeah, I'm seeing a lot of ads rejected. So I mean, gladly my account doesn't get banned, but
Yeah.
but yeah, there are a lot of ads rejected, and sometimes they reject ads that really they don't have like any reason to be rejected. I usually appeal, and they will like open my ad will be like again up and running. But yeah, I mean, if I haven't scaled that further per product, is because if I see a product that is performing really good, and my ads get rejected for this product, I won't like keep raising the budget there. I will just like keep it running there and just like ride the wave of that product. I want to start testing more products. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I see. So the more kind of like you push it, the more it gets like kind of like rejected, and Pinterest like figures out that.
Yeah, I
Well,
have a product, for example, that every time I push it like above $100 a day, I get my ads rejected. I also have another ad group for that specific product that it's $25 a day, and it's been running with the same video that I get rejected. I had budget. It's been running like smoothly for around 3 months so far and never got rejected. So it's weird, like if I
wow.
put that video on another ad group, gets rejected right away, like, but there it's running smoothly, like, and it's a video that if you see, it's like it should be rejected, like I know it should be rejected.
So how do you typically like? You typically go with like lower budgets, automatic bidding. Like, how do you typically test? How do you typically run
I
your ads?
usually, yeah, I usually test with $100 a day with a target cap. I will put a target cap like around $20 per product. Test it like that.
So you wouldn't do the automatic bid. You would do manual still. You would do manual
Yeah, I
bid.
do. I do manual. I also do automatic, but I only do automatic for scaling because the good thing when you test a product with target cost is that it will protect your budget. So if you're with $100 a day and you test like 10 to 5 to 10 products a day, if you don't have a target cap, it will like spend the whole budget and you will
Oh,
lose a lot of money. So I use it to test to protect me. And when I want to scale, sometimes I will use like automatic bidding because it will spend the whole budget every day. But yeah, I mean, that's what's working for me.
cool, awesome. And so, what do you think? Like, if you had a choice, right? Do you want to do like cash on delivery in your market and maximize that model, or do you want to go like, for example, U.S. market and like see what you can squeeze out of that and just scale there?
That's a good question, actually. Like I've been thinking that a lot. I would most likely go to the US market to build a brand, because like, I mean, you can sell a brand at $10 million in US, but having someone to pay that for a brand here in Peru, like it's like
Mhm.
it's pretty hard. Yeah, I mean, I would most likely go to US and start branding there and selling there. But if you tell me, I mean, if someone wants to start, I would definitely 100% recommend to start in their own country. Like here, if you want to start that business here in Peru, is like 100 times easier than in US. It's like going to the NBA finals if you want to start in US. And you're an amateur here in Peru. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier to start here
And like
or whatever country in Latin America you are, right?
in terms of like hiring people, like do you see like you could hire some good people for like relatively inexpensive in Peru?
Yeah, here I can find like, yeah, I mean, if you want an average number, like the minimum wage here, it's around $240 a month.
Wow.
So yeah, yeah, I mean, it's a lot cheaper to hire here in Peru than in US.
In terms of you said that previously you've had some issues like with PayPal and with Stripe, with all of those things. So what happened? What happened to you before?
With PayPal, I had a hold once. I fixed it like with the tracking numbers, like sending the tracking numbers to PayPal. It got fixed actually. The other question was,
Yeah. So
I
kind
mean,
of.
I've had
Yeah. Please.
yeah, so I've had issues like that with PayPal. With payment providers, no. The only issues I've had with payment providers is like before getting like partner with my US like business partner. Yeah, I had issues there before that because like, I mean, I wasn't able to use Shopify payments and my Stripe account wasn't being accepted. Also, by that time, I didn't know how to set up properly my Stripe account. If I do it right now, I would know how to and will be accepted. I won't have any issues. I know that because I've helped people so far, like being accepted by Stripe, and they're running good. Yeah, I mean, when I was starting, didn't know so much about these subjects. So yeah, I mean, had some issues with payment providers and with PayPal, the thing with the tracking only.
In terms of like your, let's say, Peru and some other countries in Latin America, I mean, Brazil is a massive market, right? But on top of let's say
Mhm.
Brazil, like, do you see like the opportunities in any of those markets to kind of like do the cash and delivery and do like like good numbers?
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. I mean, the thing is that in these countries, the competition isn't that hard as in US. So you can always sell things in these countries and do good, you know. Like the good thing we have here in Peru, like I imagine it's the same in other Latin American countries. Couldn't be like 100% sure, but I can source products directly from importers here. Like there are like big importers who will bring all these drop shipping products and sell them here at really low prices, you know. It
Uh-huh.
will be even cheaper than buying them from AliExpress.
Oh
Or
wow.
if I want to import them directly, it is cheaper to buy them here because they already bring like full containers, you know. Yeah, I mean, I can get the product, source the product here. I will test the product. If it sells, I will go buy it here, like, and I mean, 40 minutes away from my home and start like sending them to people, you know.
Why they don't sell them like by themselves? These people that bring them in, the importers, they specialize in.
I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they do, but most likely they. I mean, there are some places here called the Centro de Lima, for example. It's like at the center of the city where they will sell everything in bulk. You know, so they will be able to sell the full container in a couple of weeks there. You know, so I mean, maybe they don't have any interest on selling one by one. You know,
Oh, I
or they
see.
just don't know how to. You know, I mean, it's very hard to find people here in Peru who actually knows how to properly do e-commerce.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Because as you know, we have a lot of clients in like in e-commerce scaling secrets, right? And a
Hmm.
lot of guys are in markets where you would just like, hey, I mean, this is like there's like amazing market in where you live, right? Like why you don't sell there? So
Hmm.
I think this is a great example of how to take advantage of that, like of those like smaller markets. I mean, obviously you can do like 8 or 9 figures like in those markets, but at least getting that like initial like momentum, initial capital
Hmm.
that you can later reinvest
Yeah,
back
yeah,
in
definitely.
and get into bigger
Mhm.
markets. Cool, my man. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I took a lot of notes. So for Pinterest, you like one of the main insights that I've learned is that like Pinterest is learning a lot slower than Facebook, right? You would say that
Hmm.
like that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
the learning process is a lot slower,
yes,
and you have to
100%.
you have to be ready to like invest in buying that data. Cool. All right, no man. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. If you have like any questions for Emil, please drop them below. If maybe if you have a minute, like maybe you help some guys out, connect with some other people from other
Yeah,
countries.
definitely.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
one thing with Pinterest,
Uh-huh.
well, is that one thing with Pinterest that people always ask me is that if they can use it in their countries, and no, it's limited to US, Europe, Canada, and Mexico. So, I mean, you can only send like ads to those countries, you can send ads in Pinterest to Peru, for example. Yeah,
I
I mean,
see. Yeah, I think I will roll it out like eventually, but like not
mhm.
yet. Yeah, cool, my man. Thank you so much for joining me. And
Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you very much for taking
thank
me
you.
in.
Yeah, thank you everyone
Okay.
for watching. Thank you.